So you don't know if he's here also with them? You don't know it?
I'm a little bit deaf, you have to yell.
And I'm a little bit weak. Okay.
Yeah.
You do know what the word Maitreya means?
No.
It's like a spiritual leader. He's like a priest of the Antichrist.
Uh-huh.
A major one who is uniting all the atheist religions, together. And we're wondering if he was here. So you say you don't know.
The atheists are very hard-charging group. Somehow I don't see how it bothers the hell out of the goddamn atheists if other people have faith.
Yeah.
I've known some atheists who are just outraged if somebody had faith in God. Why does it hurt you? Why are your knickers and not because somebody else has faith?
Like
That's why they're having all these lawsuits, taking God we trust off the coins, don't have the 10 Commandments on display at the courthouse yard and all that kind of jazz.
Yeah. In short, they're Satanists, so it doesn't make any difference.
That's what I was going to say. I didn't want to
So,
interfere the interview.
Do you have any, on the counter-revolution in America, we hear that many states have gone against the plastic cards money.
Yeah, the national ID card.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that
Smart card and such.
the
Because they're trying to push it here.
Congress did in passing that Real ID Act was say each state will have the social security numbers, all this stuff on each driver's license card. Well, first of all, unfunded demand. There's no way constitutionally Congress can say to the state, you got to pay this money for something we won't done. You give us some money if you want it done. Secondly, who the hell wants a national ID card? Well, we can have an immigration problem by simply defending our borders instead of having troops spread in 130 countries around the world. Put them on the border with Mexico and stop them. We just enforce the laws that we have. There's these sanctuary cities like San Francisco and others who say, we're not going to bother these darling little undocumented, euphemism now. The illegal immigrant is now an undocumented immigrant. Well, liberals that way, they will call homosexual gay. Well, that's ridiculous.
ADL.
According to dictionary definition, if someone is gay, he's a cheerful, sunshine disposition.
Yeah.
And so some out there say, well, if they want to be called gay, why not? Well, what it does to history. Historians in the future believe that President Harry Truman was gay. He was telling jokes and laughing.
Yeah. Understandable.
He was definitely not homosexual. There's some things wrong with him. He's a Democrat for one thing. He is definitely normal boy, zero risk of AIDS if he's alive today. Read who's gay.
Okay. Another question. Does everyone have a personal number for all of his life? Like the Social Security number, the driver's license number? Using this instead of their name. In other words, their name will be useless, and they'll just be using numbers to identify people. Is this going on there too? Because they're trying to do it here.
Even during the Reagan years, when the living role, your wife has been long-term served, and Republican Party leader Robert Dole, who was elected from her native South Carolina for one term in the Senate, got defeated this last election. But she was Reagan's Secretary of Transportation. And I asked her reception, she had this wonderful idea. If they could get all these driver's licenses on computers, for a very good reason. A big rig truck driver may have a license in 7 states. If he's speeding along in a reckless way and kills somebody, he loses his license in one state. He's still got 6 more to go. So if the guy at the motor vehicles place could punch a keyboard button and find out this guy applied for a license in this state is killed somebody in another state. No, you can't have a driver's license. You're a reckless driver. Well, that's good. And then I asked her, they were talking about having, also for a good reason, a number so that if you're hit by a car and you're unable to communicate, they take you to the hospital, they could punch the computer and find out that you're on these medications for this reason. That could affect life-saving treatment. Very good reason. But then I asked Ms. Dole, how will those two merge so that they all get on one computer so that they could find out that not only was he a bad driver, but he has Alzheimer's disease. Oh, yes, yes. Okay, just walked around for a few minutes, came back to ask the same question as if I'd never asked it before, because I don't want anybody to say, I was taken out of context. So she gave the same answer. And that's why it started troubling me. If you keep it separate, well, originally the Social Security number was privileged. In 1935, a bank could not demand your Social Security number to open an account.
No.
It was only to keep, the number was only to keep your own Social Security funds in place. Then, over the years, Congress expanded it. And one of the things Republicans did after they won control of the House in 1994, back when they were leading Republicans, was to pass a law saying, let's go on. Social Security number does not have to be shown for any purpose other than matters affecting Social Security.
Supposedly.
So I was opening an account years later, a new account in another bank, and they asked for my Social Security number. I said, no, just assign me a unique number for my account. Well, we can't do it. No, ma'am. You cannot refuse to open an account for me because I don't give you my driver's license number, Social Security number.
No.
Well, Virginia took the Social Security number. No, it was off driver's licenses once that law was passed automatically. They said they need driver's license. Social Security number off it, another number on it. But backward states like Massachusetts, Massachusetts is a state that used to burn witches, now they elect Kennedys.
Il accumulator. No, no. It's believed that in the plastic cards, they have your number with a hair chip. And this is all the American citizens who have cards.
No, I think that is Walmart, and all for a big marketing reason. You buy a pair of underdrawers at Walmart, each has a little chip in it. They know everywhere that where those underdrawers went. If you're in them, they know where you've been to. So they know that you go to this whorehouse on Tuesday night, you go to this bar every Wednesday night, and you make love to your wife or someone else's wife on Thursday night.
RFID chip.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, the extremely small.
That they put
When Rothschild came here,
They can put them in clothes.
he came to finalize that the Greek people all have
inside the
RFID
skin.
Of course.
IDs with smart cards. And now when we are going to use the bus or the train in the city, everybody has to have cards in the short future, in other words, in the coming months. They're going to try to take the money away from the Greek people and give them smart cards, against the law, of course. Everything they're doing to us is against the law. Do they have this also in America? Not yet.
Right, me.
Have you heard of such thing?
Not much. I've heard some speculation on it, but not much. I don't think they can do it in the United States. State law now, but people need to be aware of the law. Because if you don't read newspapers, and too many people don't, you would not know that the Republicans changed that law, and you do not have to give a Social Security number to anybody for any purpose other than your Social Security account.
Yeah. And are any people who are refusing all this new age barcode system with IDs and chips? The people who refuse them, do they have concentration camps ready for these people, as Tex Marx explains to us?
Well, there's some unexplained concentration camps being built out west. Top secret military stuff.
It's understandable because they don't want the people to know anything. And like you said, the guys before us, you believe that they're here to explain where they're going to hit next to finish up or heighten the war in the east.
Bilderberg,
The Bilderbergers have to do with this. Since 1918, I believe, they've been planning world wars.
yes, Woodrow Wilson elected on a peace platform. He's a peace candidate.
Yeah.
And then we send a heavily loaded ship in violation of our Neutrality Act to Britain. They had some passengers on the ship as covered. They also had jeeps and tanks in the early World War I style airplanes. So they get a high seas, and what the Germans do, of course, they sink the ship. I just carried more materials to Italy. So now, they sunk our ship, start ready for war. Similar to 1941.